Hi Year 12, hopefully you've all had a go at the simplifying algebraic fractions where you have to factorise them and cancel your brackets out. So the next section is something completely new. You won't have seen this before, so it is really important that we kind of show you how to do this and model it ourselves. It's called dividing polynomials. We will go over why this is really important when we're back in, but you need to be able to do this. Okay, so divide this by this. Okay, now what we use for this is long division. Now if you remember, long division is the thing that looks like that, and what you do is you divide the thing that you are, you put the thing that you are dividing underneath there. So we're going to write x cubed plus 2x squared minus 17x plus 6 underneath the plus stop, and then the thing that we are sharing into it goes outside there. Okay, now long division works using an algorithm. So basically there are steps here that you just keep repeating and repeating and repeating until you're done, basically. Okay, so the first thing we always do is we do this into this. X into x cubed. What would I times x by to get x cubed? Well, that'll be x squared, so I'll write that up there. Okay, always your first step. This into this, answer up there. What I then do is I multiply that answer by both the things in my divisor and write them underneath here. So x squared times x is x cubed, and x squared times minus 3 is minus 3x squared. Once I've done that, that into that, got my answer, multiplied those two underneath there, you then subtract all of that. So what will happen is the thing at the front will go, because you've got x cubed minus x cubed, that's going to disappear. Then we've got 2x squared minus 3x squared. Well, minus and a minus is adding, so that's going to give me 5x squared. These things haven't got anything underneath them, so they will just follow down like that. Okay, and then we repeat it again. This time x into this one. X into 5x squared will go 5x times. Got my answer up there, so now I'm going to multiply that by both of these. 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times minus 3 is minus 15x. And then I subtract. 5x squared minus 5x squared disappears. Minus 17x minus 15x will give me minus 2x, and there was nothing underneath the 6, so that just carries down like that. And then start the process again. X into minus 2x will go minus 2 times. Minus 2 times x will give me minus 2x. Minus 2 times minus 3 will give me plus 6. Subtract them and I get 0. So I've now finished. So that's my answer. Okay, so divide that by that, that's my answer. On the questions that I'm going to ask you in a sec, it does ask you to write it in a certain format. What it means is you can just write that now. If I know that this times this gives me that big polynomial at the start, then I can write it out as x minus 3 in one bracket, and the answer that I got at the top, x squared minus 5x minus 2, like that in the second bracket. Right, on the exercise then, over the page please, can you have a go? Choose one part from question 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so just go and have a go at maybe 1A, 2A and 3A. Just practice them, make sure you can do them. You'll know if you're getting them right because you'll get 0 at the end. The big thing that students always mess up with is that you are always subtracting. So you do that, take away whatever's there, which is easy when you're doing the first things, but obviously there where you've got a negative 2x squared minus 3x squared becomes 5x squared, so just look out for things like that. Okay, so just pause the video, go and have a go at those, and then come back when you're ready because we're going to go and have a look at the other examples now as well. Okay, right, example 3. So divide f of x by 2x plus 1, giving your answer in the form this, so that was what we did before. Okay, so that just means that when you get your answer at the end, just write it out as this thing in one bracket and your answer up there in another bracket. Okay, so the problem that we've got with this one, you draw out your bus stop and we're going to put that 2x plus 1 in there. The problem with this is if you notice it doesn't go down in descending order like this does. Look, that's what it wants. It wants like cubes, then squares, then no powers, then no x's. We haven't got that there. There are a few missed basically, aren't there? There's no x cubed term and there's no x term. So what we do, we still need to account for the fact that in my answer there might be x cubed and there might be x's. So I put in 4x cubed, that's fine. And then because I'm skipping out a 4x to the 4, because I'm skipping out x cubed, I'm going to write that as 0x cubed minus 17x squared plus 0x plus 4. Okay, that is really, really important, because if I don't do that, I can't take into account that part of my answer. Once I've got it like that, I just do exactly the same as before. Okay, so just to recap, I'm going to go through this quickly. 2x into 4x to the power 4 will give me 2x cubed. 2x cubed times 2x will give me 4x to the 4. 2x cubed times 1 will just give me plus 2x cubed. So you can see now why that's important, because when we subtract, they go. But now I've got this minus 2x cubed that I can now divide that into. So that's why that is so important. Okay, so 2x into minus 2x cubed, well, that'll just give me a minus x squared. What do I times 2x by to get minus 2x cubed? It's that. So now I'll multiply that by both of those. Minus 2x cubed minus x squared, and subtract them. They go. Minus 17x squared minus 1x squared will give me minus 16x squared. And then those things just come down there, so that's plus 0x plus 4. Process starts again. 2x into minus 16x squared will give me minus 8x. Okay, minus 8x times 2x will give me minus 16x squared, and minus 8x times 1 will give me minus 8x. Subtract them again. They go. 0 minus minus 8x, so it'll give me 8x. The plus 4 comes down. Process starts again. 2x into 8x becomes plus 4. 4 times 2x will give me 8x. 4 times 1 will give me plus 4. Take them away, I get down to 0. So I've got that right. And then if it wants the answer written like that, it just wants 2x plus 1 brackets 2x cubed minus x squared minus 8x plus 4. Okay, so basically, if you have coefficients missing, if you have parts of the descending powers of x missing, put them in as a 0 and then just carry on as normal. Okay, right, can you have a go at one part from questions 4, 5 and 6 now, please? Okay, and again, pause the video, and then once you're happy with those, come back and we'll just do the last example. So one part from question 4, one part from question 5, one part from question 6 on the exercise over the page. Okay, right. So the next one just deals with what happens if it won't divide perfectly. Now remember, if something divides perfectly into something else, it means it's a factor. So what this tells us is that 2x plus 1 is a factor of that big polynomial that we started off with. Okay. Oh, so this just started there for some reason. That's what I wanted to do. Right. So we can still divide them and get remainders. So all this means is we're going to do exactly the same process, but we'll just get a number at the end instead of getting 0. Okay. So that's all that will happen. So find the remainder when this is divided by this. Well, let's put x minus 4 on the outside again. Do we have cubes, squares, x's, and then nothing? Yep, so I don't need to put in any zeros. So 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 16x plus 10. And then I can just start dividing. I don't know why they've kind of given you so little space for this, by the way, so apologies if my writing gets awful here. X into 2x cubed will go to x squared. 2x squared times x will be 2x cubed. 2x squared times minus 4 will be minus 8x squared. And then subtract. There you go. That's going to give me minus 5x squared minus 8x squared. Remember, so that'll end up giving me positive 3x squared minus 16x plus 10. X into 3x squared will give me 3x. 3x times x gives me 3x squared. 3x times minus 4 gives me minus 12x. Take them away. 3x squareds disappear. Minus 16x minus 12x will give me minus 4x. Plus 10. X into minus 4x will give me minus 4. Minus 4 times x give me minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus 4 will give me plus 16. Take them away. This time I'm going to be left with minus 6. 10. Take away 16 is minus 6. So I will get a remainder of minus 6 for that one. Okay, so can you go and have a go at, I think it's question 7 onwards, again just doing one part of each question please. Any issues, do get in touch.